sisters. Wait, so much power in my brothers and sisters. Ayy, so much love for my brothers and sisters. Definitive traits passed down from my ancestors.
What is up, YouTube Nation? It is your girl Tay, and I am back with yet another review. And y'all are gonna be like, girl, I know y'all gonna see this outfit a few times. I'm gonna be real animated, but I wanted you all to get this review while my emotions were still raw and my thoughts are still fresh and I'm still hype about it, so that you can get it as I felt it. Probably like, what movie are you talking about? I just watched Fatal Affair. Now, the reason I'm so hyped up about this movie is when it was described to me, a lot of people was like, oh, it's going to be like Perfect Stranger. And I was like, okay, cool. So the movie starts and I'm watching it, waiting for the predictability. You might as well not. This movie to me was very creative, and there were a lot of moments where I was like, oh, okay, now this is about to happen. And it was like, oh my goodness. Like, that's how I was watching the movie. So y'all know I don't like my reviews to be too long. So let's get into it, right? There were probably about 3 real strong, consistent characters. And that's not bashing any of the other actors. I'm just saying that their role was more prominent. You've seen more of them more often than the other ones, okay? You have Ellie, that was played by Nia Long. First of all, she looked gorgeous. We already knew that her acting skills were going to be on point, because y'all, it's Nia. And then, so she's the loving wife. She's hardworking. She's the mom. So you have Marcus, and Marcus is played by Stephen Bishop, y'all. So their last names are Warren. So you have Ellie and Marcus Warren. When I tell y'all that Ellie and Marcus are couple goals, oh my gosh. And I don't mean that in a superficial way that you usually see on social media where everything's perfect. It's always perfect and they look cute aesthetically and it's just, oh, loving. They display their relationship as like, hey, it's gotten better and stronger now, but we have been through some things. And that's what real relationships and real marriages tend to go through. If you look at anybody who has some genuine, healthy relationship longevity, they tend to have moments where it was like, all right, it got rocky for a minute, but we worked through it. To me, those are couple goals. Can you get through adversity? And they can. So if you're a hopeless romantic, I'm telling you right now, Ellie and Marcus will give you everything that you need. I was just like, oh. And it really threw me off because Stephen Bishop, I just wasn't expecting it. Like, he played that role. I don't know how to feel about him because, you know, we watch actors and actresses, and based on the characters they play, sometimes you be like, I bet a little bit of that is who you are for real. So I just couldn't let go of that stigma of the character he played in Till Death Do Us Part. But when I tell you he played Marcus, and I was just like, he is such a loving, supportive husband. Marcus, Ellie, couple goals, yes. It was just their love. I know they're actors, right? But if it was an actual couple that you knew and you could watch interact, you would just be like, their love just seemed so pure and so genuine. Like, oh, there were just certain parts where Marcus just had my heart in his hand and it was just going dum 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 dum. But y'all check out their dynamic as far as a couple. I love that they make it realistic rather than just the facade of, oh, it's perfect. Now, Ellie has her moment where she's like, my life is perfect. And then she says, but for the most part in the movie, they keep it realistic. Then we're going to talk about David. David is played by Mr. Omar Epps. And the way Omar played David, I almost forgot all the other movies I saw him in. Because he was crazy. He was crazy 2.0. He was crazy squared. Crazy times itself equals itself. Okay? He was... But anywho, I digress. And I also want to, you know, make a shout out to Estelle. Estelle was in there, y'all. Y'all know. Y'all remember Estelle? Look her up. But she played Linda, who was Ellie's secretary. Now, her role wasn't as consistent throughout the movie as the other three. But first of all, it's Estelle, so I was excited. A lot of times when you see artists dribble over into other elements, other lanes, they don't always do so well. But I think she did good. So again, when this movie was sold to me, it was like, oh, it's going to be like Perfect Stranger. So it's like, okay, another rerun. But it wasn't. So make sure y'all go watch it, like for real, for real. It was not as predictable as I thought it was going to be. Like, I can't get over that. And not just that, the momentum was consistent throughout the movie. Like, at first, the first 30 to 45 minutes, I said, okay, y'all doing a lot in the beginning. The rest about to be trash. No. It maintained a constant momentum of, I know you lying. Like, you would do that throughout the movie. It was an emotional roller coaster. Why y'all do that to us? But I definitely am going to put this on my rewatch list. So you know how you have those movies that you just watch over and over and over again? Yeah, I'm adding this one to the list. The movie starts out, and you have Ellie and David, aka Nia and Omar, in a position where they have to work together. It's harmless. They're working on a case, so on and so forth. No big deal. After work, they go for drinks. Harmless, right? Or is it? But I know y'all like, oh, well, we already know what's going to happen. You don't. You don't. And another thing I wanted to add, y'all need to watch the movie throughout, because future scenes in the movie make previous scenes make more sense. And you be like, okay? So watch the whole thing. Don't try to skip through it. Watch the movie. What else y'all got to do? We sitting in the house. So I appreciate that about the movie. It wasn't one of those disorganized movies where you're like, what are you even talking about? Why is this in there? You could have done without that part. It wasn't like that. Like I said, future scenes made previous scenes make more sense. Not as if they were confusing in the beginning, but you would put 2 and 2 together and you'd be like, that's 4. Like, that's how I was watching the movie. Anyway, so it starts out harmless. They're having drinks or whatever, and they're asking the basic questions you ask when someone is catching up, because David and Ellie know each other from the past, like when they were younger. I want to say like college or something. So they're catching up. Are you married? Do you have any children? The typical stuff that you do when you catch up with somebody. However, you got to pay attention to the questions people ask and how they ask them, because that's how you can tell their actual intent. Are you just making a genuine inquiry because you're a friend catching up, or are you looking for an opening? And that's exactly what David was trying to do. And as Ellie described her at-home situation, not that she described it bad, but David's paying attention to her nonverbals. Again, he has a different intention. And he's looking for that open door. So Ellie does a few things and says a few things, and you can, as you watch the movie, or just that scene in particular, you slowly watch Pandora's box being opened. And you're like, there it is. All right, Ellie, you gotta do better. And even then, it looks predictable, but it's not. It is not. And some of y'all gonna watch this review like, oh, now I know what she was talking about. This is what's gonna happen, and you still gonna be wrong. So there's that. You slowly but surely start to see that David is quite delusional. He's crazy. David is one of those people. His personality is where you be like, oh, hey, nice to meet you. How are you? Oh, I had a bad day. Oh, let's talk about it. You talk about it, and David's like, I love you too. And I don't want anybody else to have you. You like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, David. He would like wear your skin because he's so in love with you. That's how crazy David is. Omar Epps played this part. I could not get over how crazy David was. And he has this, when you initially interact with him, he has this nice but scary demeanor. It'll be like, David will see you and be like, hey, you want to go to lunch? My treat. And you'll be like, oh, sure. And then you'll be like, oh, no, wait. I got to do X, Y, and Z for work. He'd be like, but you have time for lunch. And you're like, nah, I'm not going to. He's like, no, you can make time for lunch. And you're like, okay, I go to lunch. That's David. And it's just, one of my notes I put down here is like, saying no to David is not really an option. He's nice, nasty. He's nice, intimidating. He's nice, scary. however you want to put it. It's like, yeah, you want to go to lunch. You have time. You can make time for lunch. You never have that much work. And you're like, okay. Like, me and David, it was moments where I was just like, so there's that. Nia Long's body, y'all watch the movie and get into it, okay? She was serving healthy, thick teas. Go, Miss Long. Now, towards the middle of the movie, I was like this. Oh, my God. Again, going towards that momentum as far as it being a thriller and stuff like that. I found myself on the edge of my seat a lot throughout this movie. Predictability factor out the window. It was a lot of times I was like, nobody told me. Nobody told me about that this was going to happen. Nobody warned me. I cannot move. Let's move on. Like, I've had a lot of those moments throughout this movie. And then, so there's a particular part, like, I'm going to do a contest for this part in the movie. Because there was a particular part with Ellie's friend. I'm not going to get into details. Y'all go watch it. But there was a part with her friend Courtney where I was like this. The disrespect. Now, some of y'all gonna think y'all know what part I'm talking about. And then you gonna watch more of the movie and you gonna like, that's the part. That's the part she's talking about right there. No, I know you lying. What? So when y'all think y'all know what that part is, go ahead and drop it in the comments down below. And I'll find a way to get the first person that's correct a prize. Just so y'all know I have it written down. I'm not scamming anybody, but I was just like, y'all gonna know what part I'm talking about. What else do I have on my little notes here? Okay, so towards the end, this is literally how I got it written, y'all. Towards the end, the violation and infiltration is real. David is disrespectful. Y'all, watch the movie. Like, I don't want to give away no parts. I low-key want to wait for some of y'all to watch it so we could go live and talk about it. Watch the movie. The movie maintained momentum all the way throughout the end. I want to say, like, I stopped being like, and sipping my wine up until probably like the last 10 minutes. And that's including the credits. Like, that's how y'all gonna like it. I feel like y'all gonna like it. It's like romantic. It's a thriller. It's entertaining, just all rolled into one. So I definitely, if I had to rate this movie from 1 to 5 stars, I give it 5 stars. I can't believe it, right? I honestly believe that if we weren't in quarantine and we could go out safely and go to the movies and things like that, this is another one of those movies that would hit those record box office numbers. This is a good movie. Y'all go check out Fatal Affair and come back and tell me what you think, because baby, I'm going to watch it a few more times. I'm all the way here for it. And y'all know anyway, when you watch a movie multiple times, you tend to see new parts that you didn't see the first time you watched it or the second. So y'all check it out. Let me know what y'all think down below. I got to go. I love y'all for free. Thank you so much for watching.